Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Noodle Shop. It's been a little while since I made a podcast, but here we are. It's been a couple months really, but same old pretty much. You can't really rush this kind of thing. And happy Thanksgiving. At the time of recording this, is actually 3 in the morning when I usually make my podcast because nobody's up and I can actually, just kind of talk and do my thing without too much interruption. I have my cat over there in the bed. She's sleeping and she woke me up, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get rolling with this because why not? It's nice to have her and I appreciate her, even though she's fast asleep right now. It's been about a month or so since I made my last video, and that's because I've been busy with work, but I do have something to report. It's a good thing, actually. I'm actually working on a series right now for the channel, and the only reason why I didn't do anything for Thanksgiving or Halloween this year, funny story actually. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm actually from the southern part of the United States, and we had a hurricane issue a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, literally. I'm pretty sure it was a month ago. For Halloween, I had stuff planned where I was going to carve a pumpkin and everything. I had my variable rotary tool. I had my wood cutting tools and all my other stuff like that. And what ended up happening was due to a freak of nature, multiple freaks of nature. We had a very powerful hurricane that whizzed through and knocked the power out for a couple of days. And while all my friends got power, I didn't, and it was very frustrating because I couldn't work on anything. I couldn't record because the lights were, off. And not to mention the fact that even if I were to record, I had a very limited battery life and couldn't upload anything, and it was just a lot. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. So at the end of the day, I just said, fuck it, I'm not going to. And I didn't. I thought it was just better than just not to. And that's unfortunate, but you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. I was gonna do something. Well, actually, no. I'm not gonna say I was gonna do something for this particular holiday because I like Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving should be a day off, I guess. If I were to do something, if I really want to do something, maybe I could talk about Black Friday. But since I'm doing a podcast, I might just talk about it here because why not? There's a lot going on, Other than that, though, it's been relatively quiet on my channel, and that's because I've been working on the next part of Artist Block because it's been a little while since I did any of that. I know a lot of you have subscribed to my channel for that particular purpose, and I appreciate you guys for sticking around, and hopefully there's more to come. Well, there is more to come, but hopefully you stick around to watch what I have, and hopefully we grow into the new year and beyond because I really like doing this stuff. It's just very taxing to come home and think of ways to work on episodes or anything like that because my job is very demanding. It's not too demanding physically, it's just a mental thing, primarily because I get up so early and I'm home after 12-hour shifts often. So when I get home, it's usually like 13 hours later, so I have to find something to eat, and then I have to try to hope I stay up. And then if I do stay up, which is that horrible feeling when you get home and you have a burst of energy after being really tired, I have to do other stuff. Like I have to train my hand to draw a little bit better, or I have to think about other things for another channel that I work for, but I do editing for, and that's a podcast. So I have to kind of like do editing. I have to talk to other people and figure things out like that. And while I do definitely love to do this channel, sometimes I have to figure those things out before I do anything else and before I work on my personal projects, because sometimes I get really stumped and it's hard to move. But here I am making more of these. I plan on really getting back on schedule with these because once a week would be a good idea to constantly have stuff on the channel. So maybe you guys like to hear me talk more about stuff, and maybe having guests on the podcast might be a good idea too, because the Noodle Shop is I actually like making these. I like talking to you all. I like being able to have a conversation because a conversation is fun to have. And having people in the conversation will be good too. Now, we've gotten that out of the way, so I have to kind of explain myself as to why I haven't been here. What's happening now? So, aside from the normal, usual thing, and aside from work, COVID has been quite unforgiving. And while I am not sick, luckily, it's kind of stressful because the job that I have, I travel a lot between cities in the state. So of course, you have the issue with people just trying to just be strange. So I travel literally, and this is no exaggeration, I travel thousands of miles in a week. Couple thousand, so like every week I think I might travel like 2,500 miles maybe, and that's just going back and forth between two different routes, and it sucks, but I have to kind of do it because my job entails it and a bunch of other stuff like that. And I get home, I'm really tired, and I have to try to be really efficient on getting from point A to B and so on and so forth, and then all the way back to my starting point in a timely manner so I can make sure I'm not on the road any longer than, like, not any longer than a couple of whatever, but make sure that I'm home and not falling asleep at the wheel, because that's really dangerous and all that other stuff like that. So that is the biggest issue. But luckily, lately I've had some time to actually, relax and do my other thing like that. And I'm happy to say that I had yesterday off, and I have today off because it's Thanksgiving Day. Yesterday was my scheduled day off, so I have a week. I take my own little weekend because I work this weekend, and yeah, it's nice to be able to do that. So I'm happy to be resting and doing planning for the channel. I mentioned that I'm doing a new series kind of for the channel. I'm still doing artist block, but I decided that I move over to some other mediums, and I'm going to be doing shorter episodes that mainly talk about well, maybe I shouldn't say, maybe I don't know. I mean, I don't know when the next artist block is going to be coming out. It should be coming out within the next couple of days. I just want to make sure that I'm not sharing too much, because I'm not gonna say I want to keep it a secret, because it's gonna be out in a couple days. But I don't know. I guess people would like it, or if I didn't say anything, so maybe I won't say anything about it or say too much about it. All I'll say is I'm going to be switching focus for arts block for a little while, because I think that was the biggest problem with my content for a little while. While I do love doing, this is my personal channel, so I get to do whatever I want on the channel. I can make podcasts, I can make cooking videos, or I can do video games, although I am not funny by myself, so I'd have to have people with me. One of the things that is really crucial to me is the art thing, and I'm an artist, so that's what I got my degree in, and that's what I'm looking for. That's for continuing education in, so hopefully I'll be getting into a master's program at some point. But besides that, I do want to kind of give people that are not exactly able to look at digital art and kind of help them out in that field, because digital art is a pretty expensive field to get into. Nobody can really just jump into it unless you have a lot of money, and even then it kind of feels disingenuous, because if you're jumping in just to buy tablets and everything like that, I feel like it's extra work, because you have to buy all kinds of other stuff, and it's all really pricey. So traditional media is probably where I'm gonna go for a little while. That's my hint to you all. Traditional media is on its way, but fear not, I'm going to still do drawing tutorials and everything like that. I just have to get my flow back for the channel, and then figure out some other content for it too, because I like doing live action recordings, because those are really fun to do. And I have some ideas, maybe going to art stores and going to different places and doing whatever. I really enjoyed the TFF video that I made a little while ago. This was earlier this year. I like doing that one. That was Texas Furry Fiesta. I really liked going there, and I'm planning on going back. Well, maybe. It doesn't seem like it's being canceled this year, so maybe I'll snag tickets at the end of the year and go in March. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. Maybe I will. And if I do go, it might be kind of cool to see the many different people that I saw last time and see all the costumes and other stuff like that. So that'd be kind of cool. Speaking of that, actually, I do have something cool I am in the process of working on. I have another video that I'm working on that actually has it's gonna be me getting into not exactly suiting, because I don't have the ability to suit as of yet, but I do have the idea of making resin molds and casting. So I'm getting my my materials for that. I actually was supposed to get my materials this past week, and I went to the art store, and the casting, the casting, what is that called? It's called hydrocal. It's like plaster, type of plaster, and it's really durable, and it's good for casting your head and everything. I was gonna get some, and they didn't have any, which was hilarious, because when I went like 2 weeks prior, I was like, nobody's gonna buy this stuff. I'll buy 2 today, and then I'll buy 2 when I get paid again. And of course somebody took all of it and they literally had I think 7 boxes. So somebody must have really wanted to cast, but it's okay. Once I do get my hand on hydrocal, I will be making a video on me casting my head in plaster, and eventually making masks for various purposes. But I want to get into it because I thought it was kind of cool, because I've always been interested in resin casting, and I never knew how exactly to go about it. But now that I have the skills and the aptitude to actually work on stuff like that by myself, I was like, let me try it. Let me see if I can actually do it. And it's coming together. Just gotta work on, that. I haven't streamed in a little while. I've been wanting to stream. I have comic work I want to get into again. I was doing sketches for an unnamed comic that involves my persona. It's been a little while since I've actually worked on it, but I did a sketch 2 nights ago, or a night ago, where I just kind of worked on anatomy, because I really do. If you see my pictures, you might notice that I do that very often. So I love doing that, and being able to work on my persona is kind of fun too. Though I do have some other stuff that I am kind of just casually sliding into, and just working on, and backing off. So we'll be doing that. There's some other process videos that I kind of want to do, and some other stuff that I want to stream, maybe put on Twitch or put on Picardo. I don't know if anybody uses that anymore, but I think I have a channel for that, so I'll probably still use that too. I have linoleum that I want to carve into, and roll up and block up, and do all my other stuff with. And I just have a lot going on, I guess, that I really wish that I could throw into all at once, but time will tell when I actually get to it. So for now, the YouTube channel is going to probably be back in action. I am going to keep working on stuff, and my schedule is going to be trying to record audio once a week, finishing a script once a week, editing. So hopefully at some point, once I'm happy with the editing, I will actually push out stuff regularly, maybe if not once a week, once every other week, to make sure that I have stuff for the channel, so I can constantly keep growing and pushing that subscriber rate up. I really want to try to get to 1,000 at some point. I know that sounds like a pipe dream, but hey, I mean, you gotta try to live some kind of way, and I'm very okay with doing my best. And hopefully it'd be kind of cool if I can actually make this into something more than just a little hobby. It'd be kind of cool, but I don't know, we'll see where it goes. I'd be very appreciative wherever I get, because I love doing media. I like making projects. I like having things to share with people, because sometimes people don't realize sometimes how hard just making something is, and being able to show the steps behind it is really cool too. So I really do appreciate that, and being able to share it with you all and the people that watch my channel would be a wonderful addition to my collection. It'd be a nice little thing. If you didn't see my last video, I did a video on art history. I really like doing that one myself too. I actually upped my animation game, my editing game. I bought a new program. I bought Filmora, bought a lifetime subscription, and I have to say I really did like it. I thought Filmora was kind of cool. It was different, I'll say that. But one of the things I really liked, I used to work with a Shotcut Studio, which is a free application, and I use that one for the most part. And one of the things that I have to say that beats Shotcut outright is the fact that Shotcut used to crash very frequently. I've had I've had whole videos just like cave in, and I'll be like halfway through, or I'll be done the basic editing and I have to just move on to the music editing, and the whole thing will just like crash, and then it'll be like, oh, we don't know where the file is. So guess what? You got to start from halfway into the editing of the basic stuff. So like cutting in pictures and everything like that. So it was really weird. I had to do there was a problem like masking. So like if you didn't sync up things properly, if something faded out forever, it would actually leave like a hole in all the pictures and things like that. So it was very problematic, and I really hated it. But nowadays I'm happy to say that Filmora, I think it's Filmora X right now. I actually haven't got a chance to use Filmora X. I bought it when it was just Filmora 9 about a month or so ago. I have to say I really like it. The transitions are really pretty. It has stock music and stock video. It's got filters. It's got other things you could just kind of like sprinkle in that are really cool. And while I don't use those in particular, I do like everything else that I've been using, and I really like it. So it makes the process a lot easier. It's only crashed on me twice. My first month in Shotcut, I think it crashed like 7 times. And I lost, I think, like three things, and I had to. Luckily, those were when Artist Block was super simple and it was on a tablet. But now that I'm working on stuff where it's actually, in real life, I have to actually edit in actual art, or I have to edit in actual pictures or videos from my phone or whatever. It helps a lot to have something that won't crash and is reliable on me, so I plan on doing a lot more of that. And speaking of live recording, I've been tossing the idea of getting a camera, but I don't know exactly what camera to get because I have a GoPro. GoPro is nice. It can go up to 4K, but like its battery is horrible. 4K or anything under 1080p or 720p on a GoPro is so terrible. It is awful. It is just disgusting how quickly the battery just goes down into the drain, and it's a mess. But it's what I have for right now. And I have my phone. My phone is cool. My phone has a cracked screen on the front that I've got to get fixed, and I have a OnePlus 7 Pro, so that doesn't really have a way to be fixed unless I send it to OnePlus themselves, and I'm not doing that right now. I like my phone a little bit too much to be doing that. I don't want to look at my work phone a whole bunch while I'm getting that fixed. Oh, excuse me. That was a yawn. I'm tired still. But yeah, I do not want to do that. So maybe I'll toss up the idea of getting an actual camera, and then that might have me do a little bit more with, I don't know, skits. The fruit smashing video that all my friends really enjoyed doing. They really enjoyed that. Perhaps I'll do another one of those if I get really good camera. If I get another camera. Actually, no, not even perhaps. I will. I want to. I really want to do another one of those, because while it was very strange, I had a great time doing it. And you never know, we could actually have fun doing it with more people, or doing different fruits, and while keeping the same theme, because as you know, I don't like a certain fruit, and I will not give it the time or the energy to exist in this blessed podcast. We will not have that in this house. God, the screen froze. Not, screen didn't freeze. The screen turned itself off. It was like, are you done talking? No, I'm not. But yeah. I might do another one of those. I might do some skits with my friends, bring them on, and do other stuff like that. I'm thinking about doing Minecraft stuff too. It sounds really awful, right? Like, I don't want to be a Minecraft channel, but Minecraft's real fun. It's artistic because I can do a lot of a lot of cool sculpture. I can like carve into things. It's really peaceful. It's relaxing, and it's easy content. It's easy content. You guys might not like easy, but sometimes easy is there. So I definitely don't want to jump into like a Reddit story level of easy. I'm not calling any shots out. I just think that that's kind of like, I'm not gonna say it's lazy, but it is kind of lazy. But I digress. Minecraft would be fun to do too. I just have a lot of things that I would love to share with you all and do. And the podcast will be my means to actually share it and outlet it to you all and see what you guys think before I actually make stuff like that. So whatever you guys think makes the most sense. And then even again, if you guys don't think it makes sense, I still might do it just to piss you off. But then my subscribers might tank. But I don't care. At this point, I'm just having a good time. And being able to have a good time is the most important thing. So there's that. I think I rambled for a decent amount of time, actually, so I won't actually go too much further than this for the time being. This was mainly an update. I didn't have a whole lot I really wanted to talk about, but my next podcast, I think I'll just talk randomly and just have a good time talking about that. It'll be December probably by then, so we will have a new month and the end of the year to look forward to. And I could talk about, another yawn. And I could talk about what thing I want to do for my last video of the year. If you guys remember last year, I did a video on, what is that? I did I reviewed a, what's it called? What is that thing called? I reviewed like a kit, like an artist kit. I think it was like a painting set. And while it was okay, I don't think I'd ever buy that one again. So maybe I'll do another one of those, or maybe I'll do some esoteric art tool that I pick up from the art supply store, and I'll do a review on it or something like that, like I did last year, because I really liked that one too. If you haven't seen that video, you might want to go check that out, because I think that might be what I go for in the end of this year. So I'm pretty sure I don't have a whole lot left to say. I'm going to get back in bed with the cat, and I'm gonna like slap her around a little bit because she's my cat and I love her. And that's pretty much all I have to say. If you liked the podcast, give it a like and comment. Tell me if you have something you would like to ask me, and I could discuss it in the next podcast. I'd love to do that. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's gonna be great. Eat some food, social distance, do that, and also stay creative. Draw, paint, do whatever makes you happy. And it's been NoodleDog, and I will see you all sometime soon. Bye.